What if I told you you've never actually seen reality? Right now, your brain is editing, cutting, and reshaping the world around you like a movie director creating a film out of chaos. From the colors you see to the sounds you hear, your brain constantly lies to you. And the craziest part is, you never even notice. Let's find out how it pulls off this incredible trick, and more importantly, why you need those lies to survive. First, let's talk about filtered reality. Your brain is bombarded with about 11 million bits of information every single second. That's an insane amount of data. But here's the kicker. You can only consciously process about 50 of those bits. So what happens to the rest? It's filtered out, deleted by your brain's internal editing team. You don't see raw, unfiltered reality. You see a version that's been heavily edited for efficiency. It's like your brain is running its own social media feed, showing you only the highlights it thinks are important. This is exactly why two people can witness the exact same event and remember it completely differently. Your perception isn't a perfect recording of the truth. It's a story, a narrative that your brain constructs for you, tailored to your experiences, expectations, and needs. Your reality is selective, a personalized cut of the world's raw footage. It's not about what's really there, but what your brain decides is worth paying attention to. Now let's move on to one of the biggest and most beautiful lies of all: color. Here's a mind-bending fact. Color doesn't actually exist out there in the world. What we call color is just different wavelengths of light, invisible vibrations that our brain interprets and assigns a label to. So that bright red apple you're picturing? It isn't inherently red. The apple's surface absorbs some light waves and reflects others. Your brain receives those reflected waves and says, I'll call this sensation red. It adds the color to help you make sense of the world, to distinguish a ripe fruit from an unripe one, or a predator from the background. Remember that viral dress that broke the internet? The one that some people insisted was blue and black, while others swore it was white and gold? Well, both groups were right in a way. Their brains were simply making different assumptions about the lighting in the photo and correcting the colors accordingly. It wasn't your eyes that disagreed. It was your brains, each running a different color correction software. It's a perfect example of how our perception is an active creation, not a passive observation. And here's where it gets even weirder. You're not actually seeing the present moment. You're constantly living in the past. It takes your brain about 100 milliseconds to process the visual information coming from your eyes. That might not sound like a lot, but it means everything you see is slightly delayed. To compensate for this lag and keep your experience of the world feeling smooth and continuous, your brain makes a prediction. It guesses what's going to happen next, filling in the gap between reality and your perception of it. Usually, this prediction system works flawlessly. You catch a ball without thinking about the processing delay. But this is the exact mechanism that illusions and magic tricks exploit. A magician's sleight of hand moves just a little bit faster than your brain's predictive model can keep up with. This creates a gap, a moment of confusion, and your mind scrambles to fill in that blank space with a plausible, but often false, reality. That's the moment of magic, when your brain is tricked into seeing something that didn't happen. But your brain doesn't just trick your eyes. It messes with your memories too. Have you ever been absolutely certain you remembered something, only to find out it never happened at all? This is a common phenomenon, and on a larger scale, it's known as the Mandela Effect. This is when large groups of people share the same false memory. For instance, do you remember the children's books as the Berenstain Bears or the Berenstain Bears? Many people vividly recall the second spelling, but it has always been the first. Did Darth Vader say, "Luke, I am your father"? Nope, he actually said, "No, I am your father." This happens because your memory isn't a perfect digital recording. It's more like a Wikipedia page that you and society are constantly editing. And during that reconstruction, new information and biases can creep in, subtly rewriting the past to fit a narrative that makes more sense to you now. Your memory is a storyteller, not a historian. So yes, your brain lies to you. It filters your reality, invents colors, predicts the future, and rewrites your past. But it's not doing this to deceive you. It's doing it to protect you. These illusions, predictions, and memory errors are the necessary shortcuts, the price we pay for a brain that is incredibly efficient and powerful. You don't see reality as it is. You see reality as you need it to be to navigate, survive, and thrive in a complex world. Thanks for watching. If your mind is a little blown right now, hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the mysteries of your own mind. And tell me in the comments, which illusion or mental trick has fooled your brain the most? I'd love to hear your stories. See you next time.